Newsfirst Newsline with Faraz Shauketali.
And a jolly good morning to you. This is Newsline, live as always from the Newsfirst studios in Dawson Street in Colombo. And this morning our guests are from the Land Reclamation Board, the Sri Lanka Land Reclamation Board. But before that, I'd like to bring you up to speed. The recent inclement weather, the flooding all over in various parts of our country has left approximately 193 persons who are dead and 94 still missing and nearly 600,000 affected. Around this time last year, there was a similar situation, and coincidentally at the same time there was talk of cars for members of parliament. It was put off only to be done with slowly about 2 or 3 months thereafter. And guess what? It's the same this time round. 369 million for MPs and 1,200 million since March for luxury vehicles, and just ₹1 billion, 1,000 million to reconstruct houses destroyed by floods and landslide in the Kegol district in 2016. Although we're told that these cars are now being put off because of the sensitivity of the problem. But as we say, we have messages coming in from the public who don't expect it to be seriously cancelled, but they say they're opining that they will be supplied soon as the news about the floods sort of disappears from the front pages. But on that note, let's welcome our guest this morning. It's Mr. Asela Idewela, the chairman of the Sri Lanka Land Reclamation Board. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
And Mr. MMM Maufa, the AGM at the Sri Lanka Land Reclamation Board. Good morning to you, Mr.
Good morning.
Maufa.
Very good morning.
And it's a pleasure having you all here. Thank you very much for taking the time out and being here. Tell me, what exactly does the Sri Lanka Land Reclamation Board do, Mr. Idewela?
Yeah, mainly the key scope of our work at the land reclamation is the reclamation part of it and the maintain for lowlands to keep the water control. That is our mission.
Yeah.
And our challenge is how best we can protect the lowland without encroachment, either development. That is our challenge what we are facing.
On a practical note, how do you stop these developments? Because are they legal? Are they authorized?
That is we call as unauthorized construction or unauthorized filling.
Mm-hmm.
We have a mandate to stop in a official basis and
Right.
Legislation wise as well.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore if someone is doing, we are taking action against them. Sometime we are destroying those unauthorized construction. At this moment, especially we have done a survey in Colonnava area and we have found some unauthorized construction blocking those canals.
Mm-hmm.
And last weekend we were able to destroy about 11 construction sites.
Now, this is constructed on land that belongs to the state or on private land?
That is as the law.
Yeah.
As per the law, that you must keep some reservation for the canals to
Right.
do a service or maintenance part.
Okay.
Even no matter it belongs to government, state or either private, but the law is you
Yeah.
have to maintain 6.5 meters of the reservation area to maintain the canal. That's must.
Even if it is your land?
Yes, definitely.
So obviously this building in Wellawata had a problem then?
Yes, because now we have found about nearly 36 unauthorized construction has been done in near the Vellavatta canal that with the recent incidents.
Mm-hmm.
And by yesterday we were able to issue notice to remove those buildings within 3 months as per the law.
And within 3 months, if we invite you back on our program, you'll be able to confirm that these have been demolished?
Yes, otherwise demolish, yeah.
Right. That is the only choice. They must demolish.
Yes, because otherwise we can't control this the floods.
What about political patronage? What about if they know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody?
Yes, but fortunately that we are getting clear instruction and guidance from the My Minister and the My Ministry, the Ministry of Megapolis and Western Development. Our mandate is we have to act according to the law.
And it will be enforced?
Yes, definitely. I will make sure about it.
Right. So there's no, you're not going to compromise. What about if you get a call from some minister or somebody like that? What happens then?
No, I think we have that our duty is explain the law and the legislation what is in place, and that all people should try to develop this country in a sustainable manner.
Yeah.
And I think they should adhere with that.
Right, I see. Okay, so we'll keep it on the ball, and Stephanie will be contacting you in 3 months' time, and we'll contacting the Land Reclamation Board and see how it's going and keep people bringing water up to speed. Now, what has been in your vision statement? It says it is to be our vision is to be recognized as an esteemed and dynamic engineering organization for the creation and promotion of the development of low-lying lands with efficient and effective drainage systems to ensure a flood-free habitat. Mr. Maufa, what's happened? Why have we had these floods then? If you are trying to have a flood-free habitat, why are we having, every year it seems to be happening? Last year it happened, this year it's happened?
If we take in the Colombo area, there were 1,000 hectares of retention in 2003, like. Now it is reduced to around 40% of diminished by the unauthorized filling. So we are controlling that one, that unauthorized filling now.
This unauthorized filling is being done by people trying to grab land, is it?
Yes.
And these lands belong to the state, for want of a better word.
Just all marshy lands or low-lying land has been declared by marshy lands or low-lying land by that act in 2005, but not has been what's called acquired.
Yeah.
We have to acquire these lands.
Oh, it's been declared but not acquired yet.
Not acquired yet. All lands. So we have to acquire, or otherwise we have to keep as a retention area, then we can control the floods.
I see. Now, we're getting a question in from, how many unauthorized buildings have there been this year alone?
Not unauthorized building, I'm talking unauthorized filling.
Filling, I see, okay. How many such instances have you been able to detect?
So that's the thing, I told that because 1,000 hectares of land was
that's the
declared, but 40% of that land has been filled.
I see. Now then, I've got another question here coming by SMS from somebody who says that they are in Moratua. Have they got to wait until a building collapses and loss of lives to identify unauthorized constructions?
Yeah, I will answer for that question. As the Land Reclamation and Development Corporation scope, we have started some surveys, some of the part in Colombo, and we have already completed Kolonava area, and we are responsible for controlling this kind of unauthorized construction, either unauthorized land filling, with our available legislations. But we, from the establishment of this organization, their responsibility is protecting this land, as Maupa said, to protect these 1,000 hectares lowlands in Colombo. But we have already taken some steps from the history to review some of the construction and some of the unauthorized land filling.
I see. Now, Mr. Idwil, one of our viewers is asking if the media, as in our organization, will we back you if there are any interferences, if you stand by your conviction to enforce? And of course the answer is a big yes. We will stand by Mr. Idewela and his team in their efforts to enforce, and if Mr. Idewela stands by your convictions. But you seem to be quite convinced that you will, and that you are saying that you have a real commitment.
I have a confidence about it.
Yeah.
I have proven that within my last 18 months role in land reclamation,
Yeah.
even my minister is backing for me to stand with the requirement and the law. And therefore, I am not getting any interference from anyone so far.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am going to act with the legislation power,
Yeah.
and to make the sustainable development in this country. But our main objective is to help the country development, either private sector or state. But there will be options. If someone wants to develop their lowland, there will be option. They must come to my cooperation, and they must work with us. There's a special planning committee to decide that on one month. There are some few stakeholders are getting involved in that planning committee, such as the Central Environment Authority, Urban Development Authority, Land Agrarian Service Department, Survey Department, likewise the Department of Irrigation, Department of Land, and likewise that there is a special committee on working on that, deciding of the development of the lowland.
Well, and you also have, apart from your minister and the legislation, you also have in us, you can count on us to help you carry forward your message, to breed awareness, and especially to carry forward your message that you will not tolerate unauthorized filling, unauthorized constructions, and so on and so forth.
Definitely, I think I must pay my gratitude to the media because they were behind us and they were always helping us. I must encourage your support. Thank you.
Thank you. Tell me, Mr. Mahfoud, would you say that, with these unauthorized fillings, that they played quite an important role in this flooding that we've been having?
Yes, Faraz. And one more thing I have to tell that now, with the climate change, the rainfall has been increased now. As per the previous studies in 2000 around, the 50 rainfall is around 280 like.
Right.
And recent studies we have done, that says the 50 rainfall is around double of that, around 500 millimeter per day, I'm telling. So our canal system cannot cater that kind of water, that amount of water now itself. So we have some kind of proposal in future, new future, that means still we are working on that one, to enhance the capacity of canals or outfalls.
But Mr. Idewela, how many deaths, how many flood situations are we going to have to wait until these plans come to fruition?
I think I will answer on different manner for your question, Faraz. Now, we are responsible mainly looking after the maintaining of the lowland in Colombo, especially in Western Province. And because some of the major the rivers are looking after by the Department of Irrigation, not us. And we are maintaining about 44 kilometer range of canals within Colombo, and we are mainly responsible for that one. And at this moment, I know that the Department of Irrigation is doing a major study about Calania basin. There are, they call as basins, and with the foreign company, and that with that study they will decide what are the actions to be taken to mitigate this flood risk in near the Calania River, as well as my cooperation together with the World Bank support and the JICA support. we are doing a survey in Attanagaluoya basin, and from that also we have to decide what will be the sustainable and engineering methods to be applied to mitigate the flood risk in those areas.
I see. Now, there's another question from somebody else. What about political interference? Are you scared of the FCID?
No, because if they are doing right, if you are doing whatever you do in a very transparency and accountable manner, I think you are smart. You don't have a peer with the FCID.
No.
Why should I?
Right.
Yeah.
To you, it's just another agency.
Not matter for me.
It's just another agency. That's
yeah. Because what we are doing, we have to do in an accountable manner, very transparency and with the good governance.
Yeah.
If they are doing right, why should I worry?
So when you leave your office and you go home and you shut your door, you go to sleep quite comfortably, do you?
Why not?
And you don't knock on the door?
Why should I?
That chap and his cat saying, I'm from the FCID.
I don't have any fear.
Good. That's good. But tell me, now you'll clean and you'll maintain these canals and so on. I have several questions. One is, what do you do to ensure that the banks don't collapse? How do you keep the river banks in order?
Yes, Faraz. As Chairman told, that there are 44 kilometers of canal system, main canal system in Colombo.
Yeah.
2/3 part of that canal system have been protected with gabion walls or sheet pile or concrete or any kind of protection there.
Right.
So in some areas we couldn't do that one because it is going along marshy land sometimes.
Okay.
So there will be no need of going for hard measures like gabion or sheet piles. And some areas in Demetapod area we still have problem with encroachment. Not really encroachment, but the houses are built up to the bank.
Yes.
So we couldn't do some stretches. We couldn't do the.
Isn't that dangerous though, with these houses built up to the bank?
Just really.
So then that's a disaster waiting to happen.
That is what happened at Vellavatha recently.
Yes. So it's a disaster waiting to happen.
We had to have because with our project really there is a project called Metro Colombo project that is funded by World Bank.
Yeah.
So we tried to do bank protection works in that area even. That means in the Metropolitan Canal, but couldn't do because of that encroachment or like houses built up to the bank or canal.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to clean up first. We had to have set up idea to clean up that area, and we had to put up kind of bank protection.
How much of opposition do you get from the people in the area?
100%.
Because why? Because they have no other alternative.
But the government is willing to provide them alternatives. That government has taken a policy decision, but under the development of the megapolis plan in Colombo, and government will provide them alternatives.
It sounds to me, Mr. Devela, that there are all these plans, but nothing, no action, and then whilst we're waiting for the action, these disasters come and people lose their lives, and then everybody gets upset.
Yeah, I think Faraz, you must get segment from this the flooding, because natural disasters that is beyond our control. What we should limit it with our scope is the Colombo flooding, because
but we can't leave everything to natural disasters. If our canals working properly now, you all clean the canals, right?
Yes,
and you maintain them. Yeah. But who cleans the estuaries? The bit that goes out into the sea, who's cleaning that?
If there is a big block, a big thing to be removed, we are also working on that one.
Yeah.
But estuaries and the river system belongs to irrigation department basically.
Right. Do you think there's too many bureaucratic? Is it a bureaucratic nightmare?
There should be a better coordination. I must agree with that on principle. But so far, if there were any blocking with any river or whatever, we are also attending at any cost, because to maintain the control the floods.
You're not looking to see whether this is in your little fine
No. I'm that wherever I'm getting complaints from the either Kalani or wherever it belongs to my organization, not we are attending the matter first.
Right.
That's my passion of my work.
Right. So you're not worried that
No.
Mr. Y. De Lankara from the FCID isn't going to come and say, why did you do that?
No. But then I will ask him to go and clean it.
Ah,
Yeah.
good. Yeah. That might be a good idea.
Yeah.
The message is coming thick and fast, but there's another message here saying, why are you all allowing garbage to be dumped in Mutturajawala?
Yeah, that is now from 1st of June, we are going to manage it. We are not going to dump it.
How are you going to manage it?
Yes. For us, I have experience about 10-12 years with Holcim, where I have worked earlier.
Right.
And we were the first people has been introduced the technical sound industrial solid waste management in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
With that experience, with my team, I am going to manage this waste, not dumping.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, what we will do is, we will get all the biodegradable items, waste convert to the compost. Mm-hmm. Whatever we cannot, some of things we are planning to send it to the cement kilns in Puttalam, dispose in a very engineering and environmental sound manner. And whatever can be recycled, we are going to make use of the Recyclers Association in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And we are going to implement the 3R concept: the reduce, reuse and recycle.
Yeah. All right. These questions, people in Colombo are obviously watching. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the questions. If there is this so-called protection that both you gentlemen speak of, why is it that Colombo floods after 30 minutes of rain? Obviously a resident of Colombo sent that in.
Very good question. That is the domestic inner Colombo matters are looking after by the local authorities, not the land reclamation.
Right.
And that there is a responsibility from the public as well, because some of them are just putting to their waste, whatever generating waste, they are putting to the small canals. That's also one of the reasons to get in blocks. And the people also responsible, not only the agencies.
Right.
Yeah, that message is very clear, because.
But Mr. Deol, this is an ongoing problem. The minute it rains, I'm thinking of not going down Duplication Road because the blessed thing's all flooded.
Yeah, I think Maufa will add this one, because as now within next 2 months we are going to implement the 3 major projects to control Colombo floods.
Right.
To putting up pump houses. Pump houses will be the mega scale pump houses.
Yeah.
Maufa will explain how we are planning to do that one.
Yes, to mitigate the floods in Colombo, so we are constructing three main pumping stations.
Right.
One is at Nagalagam Street.
This is to help to pump the water out towards the sea.
Yeah, when the Kalani water level is high, we can't discharge our water through the Kalani.
That's what happened last May flood in Colombo.
Yes.
Colombo. So in that case, we are closing the gate there. There is a gate. So we are closing the gate. So in that case, we have to pump the water. So we are putting up a pumping station in Nagalagam Street. Also, we are putting a gate near Technical College Junction in Marada,
St. Sebastian,
South Canal. Also in Ambatale, we are putting a pumping station. Also, we are constructing 2 tunnels, underground tunnels.
Right.
One is at Mattakuliya and Yalut Mawata.
Underground tunnels. How big are these things?
That is around 10 feet, around 3 meter tunnel.
10 feet?
10 feet.
They're not going to start, the houses up there are not going to collapse?
No, it is going very deep from the houses. And one more, you were talking about the floods in Duplication Road in Thunmulla Junction line.
Yes.
So we are going to construct a tunnel from Thunmulla Junction to the sea. So there will be a same.
And you've got the money all in place.
Yeah, that is a World Bank fund project.
Right.
So it is under implementation. That means.
How much is it?
The tunnel project will be around 5,000 million rupees.
5 billion rupees.
5 billion rupees.
That's 1 year's profit. One of the primary dealers in the central bank bond scandal. Carry on.
Yeah. And also the pumping station will be around 2 billion rupees each.
Each, about 6 billion altogether.
Right.
And for these...
and your minister's giving you the money?
No, the World Bank is funding for us. Yes, our ministry is conducting those projects, but we are getting funds from the World Bank.
And who's going to do the work?
That is, we have to do international tenders.
Oh, an international tender. Yeah. Right.
One pumping station contract already been awarded. It will be started very soon, maybe.
The pumping station is awarded to a foreign company?
Foreign company, yeah.
Then don't we have the expertise in this country?
I think that we need to, because the construction site, construction-wise, we have a very expert people for the building construction.
Yeah.
For the when it comes to the tunnels, I think you must have a special
because it's built with civil and mechanical specialties.
Yeah. Now then, this is really a question slightly away from the Land Reclamation Board, because we also know, Mr. Devella, that you are the director of the project from the Presidential Task Force on Kidney Disease Prevention. What kind of impact do these floods have on your work there?
That is completely a different segment for us.
Yeah.
Because that when we are addressing this kidney disease, what we are focusing, especially with the unknown reasons, still they couldn't recognize what the root cause of this disease, especially in 11 districts in Sri Lanka, and those area when it comes to the segment wise as a dry zone, and therefore there won't be that much of flood affected on those areas.
Right.
But especially my task for this year, with the support of WHO and World Nephrology Association, we are trying to find out the root cause of this disease.
Right.
And there will be a special session in mid of July, together with the foreign collaboration, with the support of WHO and the University Grant Commission, and we are going to 3-day session to find out this root cause, what has actually affected this disease, together with all the researchers and the academic staff what they have done their research according to this kidney disease.
Well, Mr. Devella, you will know from the number of phone calls that our producers made to you must know the number by heart by now. And so if ever you need any help from the media, for whatever reason that you need the media, we're just at the end of that telephone call. Do give us a call, and it'll be our pleasure to help and to play a role. Like we've been doing as a private business house, our Team Maharaja, Team News First, has been out there helping with the disaster relief. And over 55 lorries went out of here, out of our centres, and all our team. Then I can't use any other word, but they're our Team Maharaja, from all parts of our group. We've been out there and doing our bit, like so many hundreds of thousands of people, members of the public. And so, we want to thank you for joining in this collective effort to bring some relief to our fellow citizens who have been unfortunate enough to have been got caught up in these floods, in yet another disaster. So, Mr. Devella, just as we sort of sign off today, the dumping of garbage in Muttarajawala, you say you're going to handle it. So does that mean that we will not read and hear on radio and on TV that the water basin has got affected because of the garbage.
Which we are trying to mitigate it.
Right.
And we are taking action from tomorrow onwards.
Right.
And we have prepared for the flow for that one.
Yeah.
And because I am also member of the professional association of the environmental protection.
Right.
And therefore my duty is also that as a civilian, not as an agency head. But I must keep the confidence, and I must make sure that we are going to manage the garbage, not the dump.
Right.
And we are going to take action with those decisions here.
And a final question, I think, and this one is from Mount Lavinia. Have they got the authority to take action against any unauthorized constructions in Mount Lavinia? Have you?
Yes, that we can look into that, but if someone can...
But you don't have a magic ball. You need to know where it is.
Sure.
Right. So there you go. Contact the Sri Lanka Land Reclamation Board, or you can contact us, and we'll be happy to pass your information on. The number to dial is 0772 300 305. You can SMS, or you can do feedback@maharaja.lk. And that's about it from Newsline. Mr. Devella, thank you very much for being here. And like I say once more, the support of our group, our media unit, our group is always with you and your team.
Thank you.
And thank you for your efforts. Thank you, Mr. Malfa.
Yeah, thank you very
for
much
your valuable input. And that's the way it is from Newsline on the 31st of May, 2017. Take care. God bless.